Donegan on your right, Zach Allen on your left, Burn Werza. Let's go. Give him the green light. Let's watch some magical cards be played here in Dallas, Fort Worth, the DFW. Beatdowns.
That is game.
Yep.
Goes pull sideboards up. Let's go to the sideboards. Zach Allen down a game. One gear part ate the grid. Three assassins.
We're just calling it right now. That's it. But wait a... Oh, it's a chromatic star. I thought it was going to at least be an astrolabe. Astrolabe.
So he's got 3 Assassin's Trophies, 2 Fatal Pushes, 2 Negates.
What about this Goblin Guide? Well, you scared of that. Trigger, Snow-Covered Island, and again! Bobble. They do a little bit too much of spinning their wheels, don't they?
He's got 2 Collective Brutalities. Those are going to come in here.
I can't stop him. He's on the loose.
You got an ad to pull up?
We will. We will in a bit. We will in a bit.
Zach Allen might not get a 3rd turn.
Yeah, he's already 11.
Yeah.
We can call that 7. Yeah, this might actually be a turn 3 kill if there's a beach arm involved or 3 1-mana spells.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go ahead and crack that first. See what we find. ZA going to draw a card. Snow-Covered Swamp. Made black mana. Thopter Foundry. It's a good card.
Modern Classic players, it is time in round 5.
Bobble.
Active player finish the turn. Proceed 5 additional turns.
Gonna need a Mox. Nope. Donegan, draw. Land. Beatdowns. Triggers. Take a look. Snow-Covered Island to the grip. Next one. Polluted Delta to the grip. Down to 7. Well, you know.
Gets another turn.
Might be a turn 4 kill then. Zach will draw. I bet Zach right now is thinking I should have played Esper.
Should have played Esper.
Be casting timing reinforcements. Fatal Push one of those stupid Goblin Guides by now.
Would have had a moment of craving. A wall of omens.
Moment of craving, really. That's a modern legal card.
We could have run multiple ads by now.
I know. But it's all about balance. Otherwise, people don't tune in. So you got to balance those ads, bud. You let me worry about those. You read them. I'll tell them when to run them. That's what we've been doing for over a half decade. Just way too long. Ooh, Inventor's Fair. Okay. Now we're cooking. Mox Opal in hand. I wouldn't cast
That's a trigger. That's a trigger.
Dylan,
Yes.
Dylan ain't going to miss that one. Werza. All right. Make a construct. That's a 1, 2. That's a 4/4 Matthias Hunt token.
Still something to work with here.
It's pretty big. I mean, Dylan ain't got no burns. I mean, he's probably got a Searing Blaze in hand, but
Could have a bunch of 2s. He hasn't had a window to cast them yet.
Shaheen Sarani on Twitter 12 minutes ago. Every now and then, burn X up in Modern, and we have to bring in the second best core of all time. Hate to see it. Shaheen's ready for his Firewalkers. We're going to gain a life up to 6, sacrificing that Bobble. There's still a game to be played here, folks.
No question.
Because Urza's really, really powerful. Sacrifice there. Make another Thopter. Up to 7. That's a lot of blockers. We're going to head back over to Dylan. Dylan will draw. Dylan's going to sack that fetch because I think we got a Searing Blaze coming. Okay. The game... Yeah, it ends, right?
Yeah, because he has to... Well, can he make a mana and have the Foundry sacrifice itself?
Correct. He can do that.
Go to 1.
Yeah, Dylan slowed down a little bit. Urza's a little tricky in that fashion. Like, if you haven't played against it very much, like, you don't know all the things it can do. And he can tap a Thopter, sack the Thopter Foundry, gain a life, go up to 8, make another Thopter, and then he's got blockers.
Right.
Right? So we're not done.
Yeah.
Now, I think there's some value in making your opponent sacrifice that right now.
Oh, no question. And I mean, then Allen's at 1 with no Thopter Foundry facing an Eidolon. He's in trouble.
Yeah, and then he's got Inventor's Fair to gain some life, though.
Yeah.
So, like, this isn't over. And
No,
I think Dylan's play is probably good. But you got to slow down just a touch.
Yeah, I mean, you also had to. I mean, you had to force the issue here. You cannot let Allen untap with this Thopter Foundry.
No. Dylan got a little hasty. You got to remember, Dylan doesn't play these kind of strategies very often. Now, I do think it's appropriate to still go bang bang.
Yeah,
and put you down to 1.
Put Allen down to 1 with, and you have Eidolon. The Great Revel is a really good spot.
Yeah. I don't think you can attack here.
No, because Allen has the opportunity, if you do that, to put the Construct in front of the Eidolon and eat it. And the Eidolon's more valuable than clearing out the Thopters on the other blocks.
So here's B-Charm. So what's awkward about this is Dylan does have a Searing Blaze in hand, but I still think this is fine. Bolt you, yes, taking 4, 2 from the Boros Charm, 2 from the Lightning Bolt.
It's not even like the Searing Blaze is that bad in that the following turn, all your draw steps are live. Yeah. Land's good, and all your spells are good.
Spells are good. Most of your spells are good.
Yeah.
Most, not all of them, most of them. Because, like, I think a backup, I think a creature's not a great draw.
No.
So most of your spells are good, and I think all of your lands are good. Zach Allen's going to gain life. He's going to go to 2.
All right.
He'll draw. Didn't get a great look at it.
So keep in mind, Allen can't really cast anything right now.
True.
He can cast in the deck. I'm just listing cards in the deck that can be cast from here. He has his 4 Urzas, and that is it.
Whir?
Yes, 3 copies of Whir.
Take that. There's an island. His hand right now is a bunch of lands and Snaring Bridge and a Nile Spellbound. Can't do much with those. And if we take a look at Urza, memory serves that that activated ability. You cast the spell.
Yes.
Yeah. Shuffle your library, then exile the top card. Until in a turn, you may play that card without paying its mana cost. So, can't even really do very much with that. Oh, we going beatdown? I like beatdowns. Snap block. All right, this Goblin Guide has done enough work. We're going back to Donegan. A lot of good draws. Let's see what this one is. 3 mana. Is it a Skewer? He can go bing bing. Yep.
Yeah, if he's thinking like this, it must be a Skewer. And he was thinking about hard casting it versus the Searing Blaze.
Skewer you now with Spectacle. Like we said, like most of Dylan's deck was live there. So,
all right.
Dylan Donegan's going to win game number 1 here over Zach Allen. Your prediction after turn 1 did
Goblin Guide on play.
Yep.
Remains undefeated in this matchup.
That's right.
Game number 1.
Burn up a game here over 4-color Wurza. Let's go to the boards. We're going to start with ZA. He's got 3 Assassin's Trophies, 3 Thoughtseize, 2 Fatal Push, 2 Collective Brutality, 2 Tezzeret, Agent of Bolus, 2 Negates. Don't see that one very often. And a Gear Pow, Aether Grid.
I like the copies of Collective Brutality and Fatal Push in this matchup. The Assassin's Trophies and the Tezzerets are more fringe cards, depending on how much he wants to cut. But the removal spells, Collective Brutality, best card in the matchup for Allen by far.
We got some core Firewalkers over here. That's what Shaheen was talking about. He's saying it's time for that players to be playing more of that card, and I think he might be right. 4 of those here for Dylan. 3 Skullcracks, 3 Path to Exile, 3 Smash to Smithereens, and 2 of the Palm.
Like Smash to Smithereens a lot in this matchup, of course. And if you want to do a little bit of shaving, you can justify a Path or 2 as a way to break up Urza.
Yeah?
Well, you have these 4 Searings that aren't very good. So, assuming you want the 3 copies of Smash, that still leaves 1. Could be a Skullcrack if you wanted it. Could be a Path. But 3 Smashes are the best things going on.
All right, I buy that. I didn't think about that. I buy that. All right, folks. Those are the options there for both players. They're sideboarding. They're shuffling up for game number 2. Whoever wins this match, still live for top 8 next round. A loss is going to knock them out of elimination round eligibility. So, we're going to take a look at that schedule for Season 2 of the SCD Tour. Seems like forever ago we were in Pittsburgh. It was the beginning of July. We're almost in. Actually, no, we are in September. It's September 1st. Jeez. Way back when we were in Pittsburgh, Dominic Harvey, Jeremy Bertarioni, and young Johnny Hobbs, they won that Team Modern Open. In Worcester is where Erin Berridge started to grow her lead, winning that Standard Open on release weekend with Mono Red. After that, Philly, we saw Corey Baumeister, Shaheen Sarani, and Peter Ingram win that Team Constructed Open. After that, Dom Harvey in Columbus won it with Mono Green Tron during the beginning stages of Hogak Summer. Richmond was won by the team of Miller, Miles, and Lou. And now here in Dallas, we got to crown a champion. Maybe someone's going to burn this city down. And then we make our return, man. The Cuse.
The Cuse. Syracuse.
The Cuse.
Legacy. Return of that, too. October, full calendar with Philadelphia, which is Team Constructed. Indianapolis after that, which is Modern. And then the regional championships. Go.starcitygames.com/regionals for more information as we get closer to that event. Then Modern in Atlanta. November, December, one event each, but they are big ones. SCG Con Winter featuring the Star City Games Invitational, November 14th through the 17th, and then the Players Championship, Roanoke, Virginia, December 13th through the 15th to close out the year.
Playmats, let's talk about them. Captain's Quarters, illustrated by Titus Lunter for our Standard Open and Classic players. We're going to Modern, illustrated by John Avon. It's Aurora's Light. And then for our Legacy Open and Classic players, like those of you that will be attending Syracuse, hopefully many of you, Ripped from Reality, illustrated by Mark Teeden. These playmats are free and exclusive, drawn for this purpose. These aren't Magic cards. These are SCG Tour playmats drawn by these lovely artists with entry in any Open Classic, Infinite Challenge, or Sealed Spectacular package. Go.starcitygames.com/schedule for more information. As we get ready here for game numero dos. Dylan Donegan up a game right now against Zach Allen. Both of these players would like to qualify for the Players' Championship. Donegan, number 11 on our Player of the Year leaderboard. Allen, number 16, is the member of Team RIW. What you looking at there, bud?
Zach Allen's sideboard, which I was trying to get into during Dylan Donegan's first turn, game number 1.
Right, I just kind of stopped you a little bit. That's on me. Yo, how do we convince these guys to go to Gus's again tonight? What do we got to do?
I don't think we had to work very hard.
No? All right. I might just go rogue. If they don't want to go, I might fly solo.
Mm-hmm.
Those fried pickles good?
I really like them.
Yeah?
I like fried pickles a lot,
When
though.
did that start? Has that just been an always thing?
That I like them or that I've ordered them at Gus?
That you like them?
As far back as I can remember.
Okay.
You know.
Like, is that like you grew up with that New Jersey thing?
No. That was something that I just looked interesting to me on a menu once a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like them ever since.
Yeah.
Okay. It's an interesting menu item.
No, I think that's more of a Southern thing. I don't think that's really native to New Jersey.
Okay. It's not for me,
No.
personally.
I don't know. New Jersey's got a pretty intense diner culture, and fried pickles, go on there. So maybe I don't, not sure.
You were smashing the fried pickles. Todd yesterday was smashing the okra.
Yeah.
That's a Southern thing.
Mm-hmm.
Fried okra, that's a Southern thing right there. Intern Rob had 5 pieces of chicken. He's out of control yesterday. Out of control. I also had 5 pieces of chicken.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't be too judgmental. These players will take a look at their opening hands. Zach Allen, Dylan Donegan. 4-color Wurzel will be on the play. We'll get a little look at it here. It's a snow-covered island to start. Donegan got a 1-drop. He's got an inspiring Vantage, Goblin Guide, revealing a polluted Delta. Zach Allen's down to 18. Let's go over to Dylan. Sacrifice the polluted Delta for Zach Allen. That's a swamp of the snow-covered variety. Zach Allen, a player who's seen a lot of success this year on the SCG Tour, likes his control strategies. This is still a control strategy with some combo elements to it. But he's had a lot of success this year actually casting Esper Charm.
And going to game 3.
We'll see if Zach wants to escalate this. I think he does. He's going to discard a Thopter Foundry. Kill that in duress, it appears. So, you see the hand here for Donegan. 2 Rift Bolt to smash the Smithereens and a handful of lane.
Going to game 3. What does Donegan need to do on the play?
I would ask you that, Burn Boy.
Just have a Goblin Guide and just fade Collector Brutality.
Well, it didn't fade it this game.
Nope.
We'll see an uptick in that card, I think, over the next handful of weeks. It's a pretty good one. Well, Rift Bolts are on suspend. We're going to head back over to Zach Allen. He'll be falling down to 11 here in just a bit, I think. Zach does have a copy of Urza in hand. We know how powerful that card is. He's down one Thopter Foundry, but he's got another one in the grip. Now, this deck before did run Goblin Engineer, and it looks like Zach is playing it too.
Yep.
Okay. I know some players have talked about moving Stoneforge Mystic into that spot since it can find Sword of the Meek, and you can play maybe a Batter Skull if you want to.
Yeah, I'm starting to get suspicious of the Goblin Engineer. I've never seen it be good once, and these decks play a whole lot of copies.
Yeah.
So I'm suspicious.
It feels like it should be good. Feels like it. I don't know if it's good or not. Donegan going to play a Sacred Foundry tap, pass the turn back after those two Rift Bolts come off suspend. Allen down to 11. He's got a Thopter Foundry, a Snow-Covered Island, a Snow-Covered Swamp, and a Spire of Industry that is turned on. Forgot that card existed. That was back during their vehicle days. Which quietly was like 3 years ago. Thinking about sacrificing a Scalding Tarn and falling down to 10, it looks like. And he will. So there is an island there for Allen. Again, of the snow-covered variety. This is a deck that does oftentimes play Arkham's Astrolabe, Dead of Winter, and some other snow-based permanents. There's Urza. Trigger going to make one of those constructs. Matthias Hunt joins the fray. It's a 2-2 construct, and Dylan actually has nothing to play on the end step. So that means, to me, that Donegan's hand is not particularly good.
Yeah, it was mana heavy, and it's not improved. I don't think that Wooded Foothills was in hand.
He'll just pass the turn back over to Allen, who I think picked up another fetch land, but he does have a copy of Goblin Engineer in hand, if memory serves, which can put the Sword of the Meek into the bin. We can have some real fun then. Fatal Push also in hand. So Allen's going to fall down to 9. Will he go lower than that? It'll just be a snow-covered mountain. And now here's the Engineer. Engineer will trigger. Allen will go get Sword of the Meek, put it right into the graveyard. The only thing that Zach is really missing here, unless my eyes deceive me, is something to actually sacrifice to the Thopter Foundry.
Any artifact at all can work from here.
Donegan's going to sacrifice a fetch lane. He's going to fall down a little bit lower after that construct hit. There's a Sacred Foundry. Now keep in mind, Allen does have at least one artifact to sacrifice to the Thopter Foundry at this moment. Donegan falls down to 17. Donegan will draw. Looked like it was another land. He's got a whole bunch of them in hand along with the Lava Spike, and he will concede the game. So Zach Allen is going to win game number 2 here over Dylan Donegan. 4-color, Urza, and Burn are all tied up there, partner.
So far, my early called shots have held up.
Well, why don't you call a shot right now then, tough guy?
Here comes a word from our sponsors.
We're going to start with Karnox, bozo. Technically, you're right. Technically, you're right. You know, unfortunately, we don't have the Karnox shares with us here this weekend. I know. We'll work on that for the Qs. Okay? But they've got your back, and so do we. And you can save 10% at checkout when you visit karnox.com/SCG. Just use that link, and then, boom, save 10%. You get a sweet share.
All right, I have a question to ask you about the Karnox situation. I intimated that there was a discount at checkout and then was told not a couple shows ago.
Yeah.
And now there is?
Yes, there is.
Was that added because I erroneously...
It was there. It was not. Not everything is you.
Just want to make sure.
Okay.
Not undermining your business relationships too much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. A couple words from our other sponsors from Ultimate Guard. All right, sponsors, they're done. They're happy, or happy enough. How about that? Donegan on the play. Make a prediction right now.
I like Donegan and a squeaker.
And a squeaker has been announced. You know what that was from Donegan? Snap keep. It was a quick keep. That's not a quick keep. That's I think I'm going to mulligan look.
The thinking about mulliganing this intensely, without looking at the cards,
Like caps?
is if
I want to know now.
Fatal Push on top.
It's a good start. It kills Goblin Guide. Watery Grave is the land. Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Well, works. Water Grave on tap. We're just taking 2 more? Uh-oh.
And not for a fatal.
I think he needs the land. I think he needs the land. Needs a little help from the guide, probably. That's my guess.
I was like, oh, maybe it's Collective Brutality? No.
Maybe. Oh, boy. Yep. I don't think it's going to be a squeaker there, bud.
Yeah, shouldn't have, it's not going to be that close.
No. Astrolabe.
Oh, yeah, you cast that. And, he doesn't even.
No, he doesn't have snow mana. So
he doesn't have. He can't even cast it.
Cast it, yeah.
Can't even cast that.
Break the star. Oh boy. Push you around. Well, I will. Eidolon down, take 2. Donegan draw. Hasn't cast a burn spell yet. Land. Beatdowns. Trigger. Awkward. Oh boy.
Brutal.
Oh boy.
Another Astrolabe.
Riftbolt on suspend.
I mean, we're all done.
Of course we're done.
We're all done.
Beat Charm, go. You're at 6.
You can still call this a squeaker because of Alan drew lane number 2.
It'd be kind of close, maybe.
Collective Brutalities have a way of catching up.
They did, yeah, I'm sure you know that.
I do.
And pass. And you're at 3. And spike you. And game. Dylan Donegan wins this game and match over Zach Allen 2-1. Burn will take care of 4-color Wurza. Dylan's still alive.